or anything, you get me?
And then I can cut it off, even if you embarrass me. Yeah, I can do that.
Oh,
yeah.
that's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny.
All right. So yeah, lovely people of the internet. I'm here once again, and I'm bringing to you this wonderful podcast. And I'm here with, I don't know, he has to tell us about himself. I met him once in Morocco when we went to support. The under 23 Ghana team. Yeah, and they did very well on that. They not up until yesterday. Things went really bad.
Yesterday we up, man.
I know, right?
You know what I'm saying? I'm allowed to swear, innit?
Yeah, you are allowed.
Yeah, I love you, man.
Yeah. We are going to do our best, beep, add some beep sound to it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how I met him, and I think I really got interested in him because he had the energy I had. So I decided to, do this with him and then ask him some few questions. And you know how it is done. You guys should subscribe to the channel. Also, don't forget to like and as well as, leave a comment. It's very necessary. And aside that, wherever you listen to your podcast, just get there and you're going to get a podcast readily available for you. So I think we are just going to get straight into business and yeah.
Business?
Yeah.
Okay, what's the business?
Yeah, so let's do business right now.
You know what? You said something interesting. You said,
tell me.
You said that you believe this is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
What makes you feel that this is going to be interesting?
Because I feel like I'm talking to someone who I don't really meet most of the time, because most of the people I bring here, they are the people I know most of the time. So I think I know a little bit about them. And so it gets me to get, the question to them. Yeah. So right now, I don't know. I have no idea about, the person I'm about to talk with. I only met him once. And interestingly, I don't know his name as well already. So
you forgot my name.
Yeah, I know.
You forgot
so that should tell you guys a lot. Yeah.
All right, then. My name's Tito.
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 That's so simple.
Yeah,
How come I forgot that?
Yeah, I don't know. How did you forget it? I was named after one of the Jacksons, Michael Jackson's brother. So that's how my mum and dad came up with that name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you are from?
Born and raised in London.
Yeah.
Originally from Ghana.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
No wonder you are in there.
Came to support, man.
You came to support.
Yeah.
So do you do this often?
What's that? Podcast.
Going to other countries.
I do a lot of traveling, yeah.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, I do a lot of traveling.
So is this your first time here in Morocco?
Yeah, first time in Morocco, yeah.
So can you tell me why you're in Morocco?
So I came here to support the under 23 Ghana team in the AFCON Cup, which is being played from which is on from the 24th to the 8th or 9th.
All right, that's very patriotic of you.
Yeah.
Because people in Ghana don't have any idea what's happening in football.
I follow the team. The Ghana team quite closely. I've been to, I was in Qatar for the World Cup. I was in Brazil for the World Cup as well, 2014.
What's funny is the first time we saw you, when we spoke to you, after we walked a little while, we felt like you guys are actually here for scouting because you were not the only one we spoke to. So is it that you guys are actually here for scouting, or you are just really here?
I'm not here for scouting. No. I came to support. As I said, 2008. I was in AFCON in Ghana.
In Ghana,
2008.
Since? So how long have you been supporting the team?
Since I was little. Since I was little. Yeah.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. So I know you've not been in Morocco for long, but definitely there are certain things you've noticed.
Yeah.
You even walked here, and then definitely you see one or two things on the way. How do you feel? Are you enjoying
it? It's a nice environment. It's a nice atmosphere. The city's well laid out.
I know, right?
It's well looked after. The trees are well manicured, that kind of thing. So it's really
as compared to London, where you come from.
it's no. I don't think you can compare because it's different. It's different. The climate's different. The landscape's different. Even the buildings, the style of the buildings are different. So
okay. So I'm assuming that you've been to Ghana before.
Many times.
All right. So how, as compared to Ghana? Definitely, I will ask.
Ghana, we're way behind. Sorry to say, man. We're way behind. We're way behind, man.
This makes me feel like you are going to be very honest with me.
1000%, man.
I know, right?
Yeah,
so
we're way behind, man.
So fast forward, you gave me your Instagram handle the first day we met. You asked me to follow. I did that. And then I decided to scroll a little bit through your feed because there's definitely some questions that will pop up. So I need to know a little bit about you. And I realized that you put later out there, you put most of your works. But then I realized you meet a lot of celebrities as well. I mean, the footballers. I mean, Tariq Lamptey. I saw you in pictures with him. Pogba, you did something. You also did something with some musicians. Familia. I know Familia very well. So, I want to ask. Okay, that means these people. Do you meet them in Ghana apart from, let's say, the Pogba and Tariq Lamptey?
So Lamptey, I met him in Qatar. But we've been following each other for a while. Oh. Actually, we met in person in Qatar, but I've been following the Chelsea youth team for a while.
Oh, okay.
So there was a time when I was working with a lot of the youth players, like doing portraits for them and stuff.
All right.
And I came across Lamptey as well. And, I like to support my fellow brothers, you know what I'm saying?
I know, right?
You know what I mean? So
obviously, that's how you came.
That's how I came here.
I know, right? Because I know you're a busy person yourself, but still you made your way here.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. All right. So that's, I mean, people outside, I mean, the community of celebrities, they feel like when you guys meet celebrities, there are some kind of feelings you guys have. Can you tell me, how do you feel when you meet these kind of people?
To be honest, I feel normal. To be honest, I'm more looking for their behavior, their energy.
I know, right?
Some of them are humble. I'm drawn to the humble ones. You know what I mean? But the ones that think they're too high, I'm not interested in them. I don't care who you are. Do you know what I'm saying?
Does it affect your behavior sometimes? I mean, there are some people who are like, this guy feels like he meets celebrities, and so you, rather who used to be humble, no longer become humble.
You know what? For me, I think we are all somebody.
I know, right?
Every single one of us is somebody to somebody.
I know.
Whether it be your mum, your family, I'm sure you've got people that are relying on you.
Yeah, exactly.
And they want you to do well so you can look after people, whatever.
Yeah.
So we all have value. Do you know what I mean? So
I know what I mean.
Sometimes we don't really need to be putting people too high. Do you know what I mean? For no reason. They ain't done just because they're public figures. I
know. Yeah, you are just being 100% correct with me. So what do you think of celebrity doctors?
Celebrity doctors?
Yeah.
I don't really know much about any celebrity doctors, to be honest. But what I would say is that as long as their intention is good and they're using their celebrity for the better, then it's okay. Oh. If you just want to be famous as just being a celebrity doctor, then I don't agree with that.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I feel like your answers are straightforward. I mean,
I try and be straightforward.
Someone would think we rehearsed before sitting down. No.
Honestly, that's why I said start the camera, because I don't want to do any rehearsing. Do you know what I'm saying?
Have you ever been to the hospital before?
I've been to hospital many times.
Right. And there's going to be an interesting one.
Yeah,
that's all
when I saw because you sent me the link for the last one.
Yeah.
And I watched it with the lady, the model.
Yeah.
And I said to myself, all right, cool. Definitely got some stuff to talk about.
I know, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So what sent you to the hospital?
Many things, man. Stabbing.
I know, right?
Stabbing,
I know, right?
Yeah. Stabbing. Yeah. Mental health.
Wow.
So I've been put in mental hospital before.
Twice.
Cancer.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
You have a lot to say. Well, we are just going to take one of the topics and discuss.
I'll give you a few. You pick what you want. Do you know what I'm saying?
I feel like we've spoken about mental health on this channel several times.
Yeah, this was one of those.
But then I always tell people that you don't actually have to see a mental health professional to actually discuss your mental health with them. You have to see the people who have the experience, because trust me, experience sells better. Right? Mm-hmm. But then as well, you have to also see the professionals. Mm-hmm. But that will be for another time, because I really don't want to. This would have been a very good opportunity to talk about mental health, because you have experienced it and can share.
Real experience.
Yeah, you've got the experience. But I feel like let's talk about the cancer.
Oh, okay, no problem.
So what type of cancer was it?
It was a Hodgkin's lymphoma.
Wow.
Yeah, so I had a big lump growing in my neck. Mm-hmm. I had to have it took them a long time to diagnose me. So I had PET scan, CT.
Yeah, exactly.
Bone marrow, where they stick the needle in.
Yeah, exactly, in your bones, deep there.
Jeez, man.
That's painful.
That was
I know, right?
very uncomfortable.
I know, right?
You know what I mean? And they didn't warn me as well. I didn't know. That's when they said, oh, you've got bone marrow. All right, so I had that. And then eventually, because they were inconclusive. Everything was inconclusive.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't showing the typical symptoms.
Exactly.
So then I had a biopsy. Oh, wow. The biopsy was the last.
It seems you know everything about
it. I study. Anything I go through, I study it so that I can.
But then I feel like actually looking up on the internet before going to the hospital sometimes might affect the way you think. Don't you?
I think it's based on the individual. Some people, they feel a certain way if they take certain information, whereas I like to face things dead on.
Yeah, I know, right?
I don't like surprise.
Well, that's why you're straightforward.
I like to face things dead on, you know what I mean?
All right, moving on. So you had your biopsy.
Biopsy.
Yeah.
And then eventually they said, yeah, okay, it is cancer.
It's cancer.
But by that time, I'd already prepared myself mentally.
Yeah,
Do you know what I'm saying?
because you don't just declare cancer. Yeah, cancer cannot be declared just by the CT scan or the PET scan. It needs to be, like you said,
Yeah, definitely.
There need to be a biopsy, because it's something that you have to be sure of before you declare it, because it's something that might affect someone who, in this case, were you having the mental issue before or after?
Before the cancer or after the cancer?
Yeah.
No, so my mental stuff started when I was a child. Yeah, but the cancer came after.
So you can imagine how stressful it would be with, the cancer issue added to your mental issue, I believe.
You know, the funny thing is this is how I looked at it. My mental issues were, I would say, the worst things I had to face. So when it was the possibility of cancer, which I knew was more or less curable, I was like, compared to other things I've been through, it's cool, man. I mean, we deal with that.
But in your case, cancer is not all the time curable. Sometimes we just live with the person and hope that the person live a very happy life at the end. But in your case, I think you identified it very early. How come you identified it? Is it through the lump or?
It was the lump.
Wow.
It was the lump. To be honest with you, the lump was growing and it was getting bigger and bigger. And I didn't really take no mind of it. I just thought,
this was just one of them.
I thought, you know what I mean? You know what? I'm going to be 100% honest with you.
Yeah, tell me.
I had an altercation, and I got a kick in my neck. Do you know what I'm saying? And I thought that it was just a bruise. So I overlooked it completely.
You see?
You know what I'm saying? And it was my mum, but it kept on growing.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to go. But my mum kept on pressuring me. No, you got to go hospital.
Definitely.
Yeah. So then,
a lot of people out there actually avoid this kind of things, because they feel like, for me, what I feel like, when things like this do happen, people believe that as long as it's not actually affecting them, they don't see the reason why to go to the hospital. Yeah. Because you can go by your day-to-day activities and then, you are okay with it. But trust me, there are a lot of things going in there that you actually have to check out for.
Definitely.
All right. So you also said you went to hospital for cancer, for mental issue, and the third thing.
You got a bad memory.
I know, right? No, I can remember.
Go on. I'm going to let you remember them.
You had mental issue. You went to the hospital for cancer. Matt, how come I can't remember?
I'll help you. That's the stabbing.
Yeah, the stabbing. Yeah, because that's very interesting. What happened? And which parts of your body?
Arm and leg.
Your leg?
Arm and leg, yeah. So here and back, just like underneath here as well. Yeah.
You had to bleed a lot, I guess.
A little bit, yeah.
Was it due to the mental issue? Or?
No.
Because I believe people who go through mental issues sometimes decide to cut themselves. So in this case, it wasn't you, I guess. It's someone else who stabbed you.
Yeah, it was a little altercation again.
I know, right?
You know what I mean? And it didn't go in my favor. You know what I'm saying?
I believe you actually even caused that.
To a certain degree, I believe so. Yeah, definitely. Do you know what? Yeah, I got to take accountability. You know what I mean?
So can you tell me about the circumstance a little bit?
It's a long ass story.
I know, right? Just summarize it. I really want to hear.
Wait, just, I grew up in a rough part of London, you know what I'm saying? And things happened. You know what I mean? There's things happened that led on to that incident, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So yeah, I get it. So let's move quickly. Let's leave a little bit of hospital. Do you exercise?
I do try, yeah.
Because it's obvious.
I try. It's not easy.
I know it's not easy because I started myself going to the gym and then I left it because I felt like there is no motivation. So I feel like I need to question the people who exercise. Do they have motivation? Maybe that might change my mind.
What drives you?
Yeah, what drives you?
For example, for me, as I'm getting a bit older and stuff, I like to look after myself. I like to look good. Yeah. These kind of things. And I like to feel good. And that a big part of that is exercise. Yeah. Yeah. So even helps with my mental health.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was about to say
I brought my skipping rope with me. I've been skipping, do you know what I mean? Going to the park and press ups.
Even from London, you brought all this stuff.
I brought my skipping rope with me. Yeah. 100, yeah. Because it's a conscious decision I made recently to become more healthy, more fit and stuff. And,
honestly, I feel like I don't know you much, so I'm not getting the questions I really want to ask. If not for my colleagues that come, I actually do research. I feel like but for you, and it was quite short too as well. But definitely, we talk about your brand because I feel like this is a very huge thing we have to talk about, and then further on in the future, we can do a lot of collaboration.
No problem.
Yeah. So, you're a brand creator.
Yeah.
From how we spoke the other time.
Yeah.
So, how do you do it?
What one of the things I do. So,
That means it's one of the things.
It's one of the things I do.
Okay, then you tell me about that.
Okay. I've done a couple documentaries.
You do documentaries?
I've done a couple on my life story and that.
Wow.
On my life story.
Wow.
I've got some business like gold business.
Wow, interesting.
Other stuff, charity. I do charity as well.
You do charity?
Yeah, I do charity. Yeah.
Then you should do something for the health domain.
Yeah, we'll talk. We'll talk about it. Yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll see what we can do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's move on. So what do you do in terms of branding? Because that's how I know you for. Right, and from the way you are dressed, everything shows you. I mean, Mona Lisa global. Yeah. So I had to ask you.
Yeah. So basically, we started off doing portraits, paintings.
Yeah.
For people, so they'll bring their picture, for example, and we'll do a portrait of it on canvas, and then from there we moved on into merchandise, so like t-shirts, car air fresheners, mugs, that kind of stuff. So the artists that you mentioned in Ghana, for example, we create stuff for their supporters, for their fans, and all that type of stuff as well.
Oh, I see. Yeah. So, I mean, does your branding entails working with the individual? I mean, like, there are some people who are trying to be celebrities, right? And there are kind of people who actually brand them. They decide to tell them which kind of dress you should wear, what you should eat. Do you do that, or yours is just about, giving them shirt to wear?
I mean, I've got one or two people close to me, couple artists and stuff that I'll tell them it's good to have merchandise for your supporters and stuff. I think it's important.
So generally, you don't train them to, know how to walk, know how to talk. No. You don't do that. Because that's how people actually believe brand creating is. Because when you are creating brand for people, it's not only about what they wear, it's about how, they can talk in public, what they should do.
Yeah, no. I'm not that deep into it. Not that deep. No.
Right. Of course, you have other business you are doing that. So you need to focus on. And this is just one of them.
Definitely.
This is one of them. Oh, okay. So that, no, because the reason why I was actually asking you this question is that means the way they dressed should affect, the food they eat, all those kind of stuff. That's why I was really interested in asking that particular question.
Yeah.
Right. But then, so moving on to a few questions I got. I think I've come to the end of the question.
Seriously?
Definitely.
Oh, that's a shame, man.
I know, right?
You say you got nothing else to ask me. You can't think of anything else.
Tell me about London.
What do you want to know? It's got its good parts. It's got its bad parts. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, there's this question I had wanted to ask. Okay, during the your hospitalization period.
Which one?
Any of them.
Okay.
Was there any chance you went back to Ghana?
Was there any chance?
Yeah.
That I went. Sorry. In what sense?
I mean, like, were you hospitalized in Ghana for a moment, or you did everything in London?
Yes, I've always been hospitalized in London.
In London?
Yeah, I've never been in hospital in Ghana.
In Ghana. If not, I would have compared. But then tell me, how do you feel about the doctors? I mean, when they were treating you in the moment where you had your stabbing?
Okay, so I can tell you something on that. So I went to the hospital. It's a hospital in East London, and they said I should go into a waiting room. Well, into a room where they were going to stitch me.
Yeah.
And they took I was waiting there for 30 minutes with my wounds open.
And then you're feeling the pains.
I was more impatient than the pains. So imagine I jumped off the bed, off the table, got in a taxi, and I went home and went to bed.
Who does that?
Nobody does that. So I slept.
You slept with your wound?
I slept with my open wounds.
Mad.
And then
wasn't it that so deep?
It was deep. It was one of them was deep, but it was like stinging. But I was impatient. I was just very impatient. I just didn't want to wait anymore. So I slept with them open.
Because I mean, when you sleep, it can get infected.
Yeah,
I believe that's what happened. That's what sent you back to the hospital for the second.
You know what? Yeah. So I woke up in the morning and one of my family members came in because I was only 17 at the time. I was staying at my mum's house. One of my family members came in and saw the mattress was blood soaked in that. So she screamed. Do you know what I mean? And then my mum came in and said, "No, we've got to take you back to the hospital to get sewn up." So they took me back.
So you wouldn't have gone if I didn't be there.
I probably wouldn't have gone. Or you know what I mean?
So what would you have done about it?
I don't know. And so I didn't know. I found out later on,
Yeah.
My mum told the doctors not to give me any anesthetic.
So you feel the pain.
So I feel the pain of the stitches.
I mean, your mom is a very typical African lady. Yeah. So I feel like you should also look in the medical domain, looking at the fact that you've been to the hospital before, and you know the stress that comes along with it, and then you know how it's difficult if you cannot afford. I mean, because I believe one thing in Africa especially is that, you know, sometimes the diseases are diagnosed, because I myself am in the medical domain. The disease are diagnosed, but then when it comes to buying the medication, it becomes very problematic, right? So I'm just asking you, do you do something for the medical domain?
So I've paid people's hospital fees.
Wow.
I've paid for medication. Even recently, there was one of my guys in Ghana. He wasn't well, and he needed a certain medication, cancer medication, which was quite expensive, to be honest.
Definitely,
cancer medication. Do you know what I mean? I've paid. I've paid hospital fees on multiple occasions.
That's very good of you.
So my work is not restricted. I don't say, all right, I'm going to just help these kind of people, whatever. It's just that I do the best with the means that I have at that moment in time.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. So yeah, definitely before you go, I'll have some few questions to ask you. So in buying underwear, do you consider the make or the quality?
Quality. No, I don't care about the make, but the quality's got to be good. Okay. I don't care. I'm not one of them people that care about the names. Nah, I don't buy into that stuff.
I get it.
Yeah.
And so again, there's this leaderboard I'm creating where I ask people questions, and then I will see who will be on top of the first 5. And then I happen to start with you. So I'll just mention this kind of people. They are professional. You tell me what they do. So pediatrics.
I heard the name, but I'm not sure what they do.
So that's 0 already.
Yeah, 0, man.
That's 0 already. 0. How about a cardiologist?
Cardiologist. Yeah. Okay, do they do X-rays and stuff? No. Anything something to do with the cardiovascular system?
Yeah.
Okay, all right then, cool. All right.
Yeah, so now you got it. All so right. How about a nephrologist?
Who? Oh, too funny.
That's so complicated.
Nah, man, I don't know who that is. I don't know what that
is. So going for your cancer treatment, who did you meet?
I met loads of people. They passed me around the whole place, man. So I don't even know. I met loads and loads of doctors and all types of people. So I don't even know.
I know, right? Yeah. I know, right? So at this point, you just had 10 points, and then for now you are leading the table. Let's see if someone drops you or not.
Yeah, I know, but I believe this is the best interview you ever have, so I'm top of the table in that sense.
Man. Yeah, for now.
Forever.
Hopefully,
forever.
I don't.
Forever and ever, man.
All right. I really appreciate you coming, Tito.
Come on, man. Don't mention it, bro.
I really appreciate it because you actually came here for a lot of reasons, and then I had to, corner you and then make this thing happen quickly.
I would have done it. I did say to you when I met you, just message me.
Yeah, definitely.
Me everything, I'll get
and then
done.
Time and then everything.
My word.
You were even here before time.
I
believe. I had to thank you a lot.
Nah, bro, it's a pleasure. We got to support each other. We got to put the right energy out in this atmosphere so we get the right energy back.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. So you will be in Tangier tomorrow for the next match?
Yeah, God willing, I'll be in Tangier tomorrow. I'm going to Tangier tomorrow.
I mean, yesterday's match wasn't something that it was a poor performance from the boys. And looking at the fact that I had to remain in Morocco when you guys are gone, people will still, laugh at me too. So you guys have to do something, at least go far a little bit. Yeah, because right now there's 3 points at your advantage. You still need 3 points. So tomorrow you leave Rabat for Tangier, and then from there you go back to London, I guess, or you'll be back. Or it depends on how Ghana will proceed in the competition.
If we go further, then I'll stay. I'll change my ticket.
Okay. Definitely, I hope to see you as Ghana progress in the competition.
You got my information. We can still, keep
in
touch. And,
definitely. I really thank you, Tito, for coming.
It's been a pleasure, man.
Thank you.
100%. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. So we've come to the end of the podcast, fellow people of the internet, and I had a nice conversation with Tito. I mean, I felt like I had a lot to say, but I never had a lot of questions to ask. I wouldn't say it was very prompt, but I would say it's because I have never talked to him for that long to delve into, the deeper issues, who he is and all those stuff. But I still believe I had a very interesting conversation. So did you guys. So all I'm asking for you is to, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Like the video, leave a comment, and also head to every place you listen to your podcast for this interesting podcast. And this has been it. See you guys in the next one.
Nice one.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Nice one. Cheers.
Yeah.
No, Tito, you have to tell them about their handle. Even though I'll put it on screen.
Okay, all right, cool. Yeah, that's fine. That's
cool. So
cool.
Tell them, how can we meet you on social media?
All right, cool. So social media, we've got Mona Lisa Global, MONALISA Global, GLO.
It will be on screen. Yeah.
BAL.
For those listening, that's why.
Yeah. So that's for the art stuff.
Yeah, for art stuff. So on Instagram, they search it. Everything can be found.
Yeah, it's there.
You go ahead to see his
the logo. You see this logo.
Yeah,
it's on private at the moment. The page is on private, man.
All right.
Just add me. Whatever.
Yeah, add him. I mean, send a request and then he'll be willing to.
Anything you want to talk about, whatever. If I got the time,
Yeah, he has the time because I believe he's very humble. I mean, the fact that he has met all these big celebrities and you out there, you know how it is done. You know how people talk about these people when they do celebrate, but Tito is different. I believe.
By his grace.
He's different. Thank you for coming.
Yeah,
thank you. Once again, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.
Come on.
So hey, lovely people, just for you to know, I mean, I'm doing my possible best to make sure this podcast is something that will hook you up. I mean, I'm making it more interesting than it is before. So what I've decided to do now is, at the end of every podcast, I'm going to ask my guests some questions and they are to answer. Well, they are supposed to give me the answer in the 10-second frame. So if they do this in the full 10 seconds, they win 10 points. But then if they do this, within the 10 seconds, let's say the 5 minutes, they gain 5 points. And I'm going to do this to every guest of mine that come on the channel so that I can get a leaderboard to declare who is the winner, who is leading, so that, that kind of competition is available. So before you come here, you guys need to actually be prepared. It's very simple, just like I did to Tito. I'm going to ask you, the specialization of some few people and you have to tell me what they do. So do your research very well before you come. And sometimes I can change the question. So do well to subscribe. Do well to subscribe. Also, if you really want to have a conversation with me, just move into my DM. Let's just talk about it and quickly we schedule something and boom, we just make it happen. And also, leave a comment. If you don't watch my video, you know something. What would you learn? So just watch my video. And if you watch it too, what will happen? Nothing. Just go ahead and watch my video. Today I had a lot to do, but I just had to sacrifice it for you guys. So you see, I'm going all out for you guys. So just do me that favor. Just don't make my work be in vain, right? And those who actually watch my YouTube video, I really thank you for the support. I really appreciate it. Thank you for your motivation. You guys keep me going, and I really, really love that. And I don't want to speak about Morocco match, right? Because I did a vlog on this. So you guys just, watch that vlog and then you see what happened. I went to the stadium to watch the Morocco under-23 and the Ghana under-23. And then I had a lot to say. Just check that video out. This has been it. See you guys once again in the next one.